Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. Free agency continues. Devin Willaims side, Cody Ponce, and a little JM around the horn. Shout out. Let's talk some ball.
Everyone's getting involved.
Merrill Kelly.
Ooh, I never prepped for these. I'm out. Travis Jankowski.
Nice.
Thank you.
You did great.
Thanks, man.
Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek, code Talkin10. I am Jake Storielli. That is Jack Oliver, a.k.a. Jolly Olive. Doxed. Rob Scirocco's here. Carrie, shout out. First time in the lab. Dalton missing, potentially.
MIA.
Trevor Plouffe have a very funny story about where he is at that I will say in a minute. But first, Jolly Olive, how are you doing?
I'm great. I got the call last night from my scout, Rob Scirocco, saying, hey, we need you for 10, 15 minutes tomorrow. Can you swing it? And I said, you know me, busy man, but I'll make time for you guys any day of the week. So I'm good. How are you, Jake?
I'm excited, Jolly. And I guess we should tee up that you, me, Bob, and BBD are going to winter meetings.
Spoilers, but yeah.
In a couple days. So that's going to be fun. So, we'll be on all the breaking news. The fact that stuff's already happening, I wouldn't say I'm a vet yet of winter meetings, but the one winter meetings I went to, there wasn't any action. It was Bryce Harper and Machado year, and there was collusion that came out afterwards. So as long as that's not happening, everything else has had some action. And the fact there's been one or two that like there was nothing leading up to it and it started to go. The fact that things are happening,
Yeah.
I think that's a good sign because I think players between potential lockout next year, even though I don't believe in it, and it's also very funny. The biggest signing so far of the pitchers are guys that had down years last year.
A little bit.
That's baseball's break the market. These guys actually didn't perform last year. So let's get them for a better value.
Do people care about ERA anymore? That's kind of what I'm taking away.
Oh, well,
people do.
Actually, let's do Devin. Let's just do it. We got you here, and then I want to tell my funny Trev story.
Okay.
You'll appreciate.
I'm excited for that.
I think you'll appreciate it the most. I was gonna save it for the end of the episode because I think Trev might be slightly embarrassed. He actually won't be at all because he's Trev. But Devin Willaims, stays in New York. He likes the city streets. 3 years, 50.
Yeah, 3 years, 50 mil.
Some real money. Some closer money or setup money. Devin Willaims, and again, I'll keep part of my Yankee stuff out of it.
Talkin Yanks.
Was one of the, I think I built an all half decade team, 2020 to 2025 with Foolish Bailey. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize every time you talk to them.
Awkward turtle.
You can have other friends. It's okay.
Devin Willaims made the team in the bullpen with
As
where his ERA was at. And it was kind of funny because I think we did at the midway point of the season where Devin was having his struggles with the Yankees. So I guess raw Joe's McFly later in the episode. Raw reaction.
It was pretty shocking at first. I thought it was interesting when I listened to Talkin Yanks. You guys weren't shocked at all when it happened. And that was with a little bit of time from the signing itself. But when it first happened, I was like, okay, this is the third straight offseason that the Mets have kicked off the offseason by signing a Yankees pitcher coming off arguably their worst year. It was Severino, then it was Clay Holmes, who was good, not great, but had his lowlights, and now it's Devin Willaims. Their track record with the other two is good. They're 2 for 2. So hopefully it can go well again. Devin Willaims, he's another case of what we said at the top of the show. Do people really care about ERA anymore? With relievers, it's a bit of a different case because reliever ERA is so volatile. The strikeout stuff is still there. The biggest thing with Devin Willaims last year that really tore down his season was that he had the worst strand rate, the worst left on base rate of any qualified reliever in baseball. I think it was somewhere around 55%, where you want that mark to be closer to 75%. Is that an anomaly? Is it not? I don't know. But what the Mets did here was kind of similar to what the Orioles did, where they saw the bad year that Ryan Helsley had, and they said, okay, this guy has a track record going on 5 years of being elite. Let's cash in, see if we can get a lower value for someone who has shown the capability of being top 5 at their position. With the Mets, it's a larger bet at 3 years, $50 million. There's no options. There's no opt-outs. There's some deferred money, but it is a commitment to a reliever. So at first I was scared, But then I looked at the Mets bullpen depth chart, and I was like, okay, they needed something like this. It's just there's more to do after it.
So, you came at me with all your newfangled stats, and you left out that he can't handle the big city.
Oh, okay. better home numbers than away numbers.
He did.
Yeah.
So again, where this becomes personal, and I said the other side of it. I said I built a roster of the best 26 players to build a team of this half decade, and Devin Willaims kind of had to be on that team.
Sure.
Watching him last year was just bizarre because the velo was down for a part of the season, and I'm normally not that guy, but also in today's baseball, you kind of partially have to be that guy, especially when the results aren't there.
Yeah.
And then we started. I was saying that very Jake style on Talkin Yanks. I was like, I think Devin's thrown a couple up there like 92. Like in today's baseball, that's nothing. And then Jimmy went Jimmy mode, as you've seen, and numbers were flying.
Oh boy!
And he was like, "Yeah, like every Devin fastball 94 and under getting rocked, every Devin fastball 95 and up not getting hit."
Sure.
So something to watch. And then I guess the other thing for me is the airbender. It's the special pitch. It's what he does different. And when it's right, it is pretty bizarre. Like when you look at the slow-mo of the release point and how it comes out and how that thing spins, it's one of the funkiest, toughest pitches in the game. I'm interested to see the next steps for Devin Willaims because you're right. The strikeout numbers are still insane. It's his best K to walk ratio.
Yeah. I think he was top 8 with Edwin Diaz, so they would be the only tandem if Diaz comes back.
What do you mean tandem if he comes back?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Because he's a free agent.
That was the report. They're still in.
I guess for me, I think the one part I'm interested to see is that 2 pitches, which are, again, a lot of relievers still have that.
Yeah.
But Devin Willaims now, he's been in the league for, 6-7 years. It's
out,
like,
dude.
It's so out.
It's so out.
It's so out.
Like
I love it.
As soon as it got to this office, it was
But I want to say I'm happy with everything about it. I'm happy that the youth was like, hey, fuck all the adults. We'll just make up something that means nothing.
It's kind of beautiful.
Nuts.
It's a little bit
now
beautiful.
I'm happy that the adults figured that out and have punched back by ruining it. So
it's kind of united us and divided us.
Society did great in this one example.
I agree.
Where was I? I'm just interested to see. I don't know if it's the league seeing Devin Willaims. I don't know if it's traject machines, but there was at bats last year when you were just like, gulp. Yeah. Like, we're 6 pitches in. They've seen the fastball. They've seen the changeup, and they're comfortable with both.
Yeah.
And even, I guess, on the velo side of things, there was times when guys sat changeup, and they were like, well, if I get a fastball, it's 95, which, again, in today's baseball, guys can foul off.
Yeah.
That literally there was some Devin Willaims get out at bats last year that hurt Yankee fans. Like you were just in the chair and you're like, he can't.
Yeah.
The best case was a walk.
Yeah. I mean, listen, my initial reaction to this, and you can see it, I posted on my socials. It wasn't like I wasn't jumping for joy. I was pretty tepid in my response, but the Mets have a growing philosophy of they just love guys that have stuff over command, which is why I thought they were going to be a big player for Dylan Cease. You think I'll bring up 3 guys currently on their active roster. Kodai Senga has a pitch that no one else throws, the ghost fork. Clay Holmes has a kick change, which is like one of the new burgeoning pitches that not a lot of guys throw yet. And now you have Devin Willaims with this airbender. It's very clear in their philosophy that they're trying to build a stuff over command type pitching staff, which is what they've done in the past when they've been successful and also not successful. And I thought it was going to come down to 1 of 2 guys. It was going to be Devin Willaims or Robert Suarez, and it was a matter of pick your poison because Robert Suarez has the velocity, has a deeper pitch mix, doesn't walk guys, but is super susceptible to the home run ball. Then you have Devin Willaims, who's a tighter pitch mix, is going to walk a few more guys, but he only gave up 6 home runs last year. And them picking D-Will and not even being rumored with Robert Suarez kind of told me everything I need to know about how they're going to operate this offseason. With Devin Willaims' usage last year, I do agree. I was tuning in the Yankee games and I was going, they're really using him here in this moment. I just feel like they're setting him up for failure. I'm hoping that him getting his contract and being protected in this 3-year deal will make him open to whatever role he needs to take on for this bullpen because it's very clear that if things go according to plan for the Mets, he's not going to be the closer.
Yeah, so I guess that is the next step. And yeah, man, again, the you can't handle the city stuff. I'm clearly joking there, but
he's joking.
I know,
guys.
But also the Yankees are part of the problem, and I don't have to go on this rant right now. Go check out Talkin Yanks. But like they very much pride themselves on a team of faith. No, they pride themselves on taking care of players. They want every player to walk away from the Yankees and being like, they are the class organization in baseball. Yeah. That they had talks with Devin's agent that he didn't do any up downs last year. Like they were taking care of his free agent.
He didn't do a single up down?
I don't believe so.
That's crazy.
Again, like it was kind of Hader's free agent year.
A little bit.
That like,
but Hader also had a 1.2 ERA that year. Yeah. There's the difference.
So, I'd say the Yankees were part of the problem there. The Yankees bullpen depth being limited, that there was a couple times that Devin was the option, and you're like, what? Like, you're not doing him any favors. So, yeah, they got in their own way there. Again, I think there is just some weird baseball irony that in a couple years, I think we're going to laugh that guys who didn't perform in their free agent years are getting the contracts. Because the value there is they're probably better.
And it kind of makes sense.
And they probably are.
Yeah. Like, it makes sense on both sides because if you're getting, if you're Dylan Cease and you're coming off one of your worst years and you get 7 for 210, you're not going to, like, wait to see what else you can get. I think you have to leap at that opportunity.
Oh, no. Dylan Cease.
Yeah.
Go nuts. And, again, I think there can be Wheeler comps there, even like Nathan Eovaldi. Yeah. Like, he's outperformed them up until this point that I get betting on arm talent. I do think we're going to have a point where some team gets burned by it. And they're like, wait, we signed a guy after his bad year and he remained bad. Like again, this is just an awful shot fired for accidental reasons. And I hope this guy has a fun bounce back story. But like Joey Gallo had a horrific free agency year that if that happened this year, I almost think that would be a good thing for him. I think Joey Gallo would be signed and a team would be like, yes,
he's
going to bounce back.
Who's inviting him to spring training as a pitcher?
Maybe Swilly's Angels.
Okay. Oh,
We're
I like
talking
that
to her in a little bit.
I like that.
They've got a fun camp brewing.
Alec Manoah.
Hello. Gray Rod Manoah. Gallo.
It's 2022 again.
Two-way Gallo, the Ohtani replacement. You think they're still signing Diaz? You believe this?
I think it's
I'm not saying it like it is crazy, but
call me on my BS. I think it's a 2-horse race. I don't think it's that crazy to say between Mets and Dodgers. I wonder how far the Dodgers go after the Tanner Scott contract and what that currently looks like, which is, by the way, if you want to compare the current reliever contracts that just got signed to Tanner Scott's, you can start to feel a lot better about
again, signing guys after their great year.
Yeah, exactly. You can flip it the other way, too. And there's a bunch of examples. You can play that game all day, but it's very clear that Diaz is going to get that 5-year, whatever the amount of money deal is, maybe more. I just think that like the reliever market is so interesting because it's pretty top heavy, and there's a decent like Pete Fairbanks entering the chat and Kenley Jansen coming off a nice year and Kyle Finnegan sneaky being one of the better options there. Like there are ways you can go, but for the Mets, if they don't have Diaz, it feels like the head of the snake got cut off and they're just going to be flailing around with their pitching staff. He was the only thing that was consistent and good for them the entire year. And it's very clear that, you mentioned it kind of jokingly before, Diaz conquered New York. He had a horrible 2019 where he very much clearly wasn't comfortable pitching there, and it took time. But now he's overcame injury. Yeah. Like it's been a roller coaster ride, and I personally think as a baseball fan, not just a guy looking at numbers, that it would be a shame if the story ended here and Diaz didn't finish his career with the Mets. So I have my fingers crossed. I'm not confident because if you go into a bidding war with the Dodgers, you usually lose. But I think it's very clear that the Mets are still open to that possibility and pursuing that possibility.
Well, yeah, and it's very real money for a reliever. There's a lot of teams that can't dream about giving $17 million a year to a reliever.
Yeah.
That I do. It's just an interesting early plot line for this Mets offseason that I'm reading through the tea leaves a little bit. If Devin Willaims is the closer come spring training opening day tomorrow, there's concerns.
Oh, yeah.
Fair concerns.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're even a Fairbanks.
The Mets are a better team with Devin Willaims on it right now. That's what I'll say.
Jolly.
They're
better, dude.
They're better now than they were 2 days ago.
New Jersey politician Jolly Olive.
Do I have your vote?
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you my funny Trevor Plouffe story that I'm glad we delayed a couple minutes.
Oh, boy.
And then we'll get you out of here for...
Do you have permission to tell this?
On deck? I don't.
Okay, huge.
I'll flex on the people. It's now become an annual thing. Once a year dinner with Nikki Cass last night.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice dinner. And again, Nikki's as clean as they come. So like, no drinks were had, just like two Italian guys talking like this. And
you were with his family in Italy, so
I
you're
saw
basically
them on the
family
way
at this
back.
point.
So we had a nice dinner. No, didn't look at the phone the whole time.
Okay.
I'm that guy. I like to pay attention. I get home. I look at my phone, and I have everything on silent. If you call me, I don't see it as you
like
did
when
the
I
other
called
night.
you the other
Yes.
night. Okay. Crazy,
flex.
by the way.
And then, so I look, and I have a missed FaceTime from Trevor Plouffe. So it's like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, Trev's in Cabo. I was like, this could be.
Yeah. Why are you on his mind?
Trev likes a tipsy FaceTime.
Okay.
So
cute.
I'm like,
that's very cute.
I'm on the couch. I'm tired. I'm watching Knicks and UConn. Kind of nice. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, let's do it. So I FaceTime Trev. He answers. No hello. First thing he just goes tongue out. And I'm like, all right, here we go. They're at dinner in fucking Cabo. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, Trev, how are you? Turns it to Liv. Hey, Liv, how you doing? Yeah,
You're clocking in.
They're at one of their nicest dinners of the year.
Yeah.
Here I am on my couch, like, hey guys, yeah, watching Knicks and Huskies.
Looks great. Love working with your husband.
So I'm like, Trev, what's up? He's all, bro, blah blah blah. We do that whole thing, and then he turns the camera to the table. And again, this is for a lot of the sports losers that consume this. And one of his friends is Jimmy Clausen, the former Notre Dame quarterback. And I didn't really, part of this trip is it's Jimmy Clausen's wife's, I guess this is what started, Jimmy Clausen's wife's birthday.
Okay.
Jessica,
Happy birthday.
I believe. Happy birthday. So Trev turns the camera to the table, which again, Trev's there with like fancy, cool people. And here I am on my couch.
And they're also probably like, Trev, why are you showing us this?
Yes. Yeah. Why are you
so
on Facebook?
Neither side wants
It
this.
gets better.
Great.
So Trev turns it to Jimmy Clausen, who I've seen probably on 2.5 Trev tipsy FaceTimes. Mm-hmm. We've never exchanged pleasantries. Trev turns it to like the table, and mostly Jimmy Clausen, who's just stood up, interesting at a dinner. So Trev turns it to Jimmy Clausen, just his phone like that. And Jimmy Clausen goes, hi, Jake.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, yeah, man, good to see you. Why it was a little more than just whatever, Jimmy Clausen starts doing his like wife's birthday toast.
Which
So
you now get to listen to.
Trev's holding me up on FaceTime. I can't hang up. That's even more rude.
Oh, I would have hung up. I disconnected. You're
Jimmy
in Cabo.
Clausen gave like a very nice toast. I obviously won't share all of it, but he's like, I'm so happy I'm just here with my close friends and family. And I'm just sitting there on FaceTime on my couch, like, happy birthday. So yeah, it was a great Trev moment because I'm like, Trev, like click, like put the phone down or
and
something.
nothing would have happened if you didn't call him back too. You could have avoided it entirely. And now you know.
Never happens.
Now
So
you know.
that's a good one for the Talkin Baseball people. Jolly, see you in Florida Sunday.
Yeah, nice and warm.
Watch out.
See you in Florida, Rob.
Watch out. The boys are bopping.
Hopefully we get good stuff.
Thank you, Jolly. Maybe Edwin Diaz.
Hey, I like the way you think. Joe's McFly thinks he's a Yankee. Curious to see what he thinks about that on this show.
You see you later. Bye, Jolly. Today's episode is brought to you by Shopify. Shopify is the best place to start and grow a business, which is why we work with them at Jomboy Media, and we know because we did. They were our day one. We wanted to get some merch stuff out for the people. Shopify was there, and now we've even launched our new /line site. And with Shopify, they made it so easy. We told them what we wanted. They brought it to the table. So make sure you go check out our new launch there with our /line site. Shopify Sidekick Magic in the suite of AI tools. They're a total game changer. They give you all the information you need to help grow and manage your business. So make sure you go check out those options with Shopify that help you get every part of it done and help you grow. So if you want to be like us and start building your brand from the ground up, it's time to head over to Shopify. Start your trial today. Click the link, shopify.com/talkin, if you're ready to leave the amateurs and head on over to the big league. We are joined by Swilly, Sarah Wilson Doxed. How are you, Swilly?
I'm all right. How are you, Jakey?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm sorry that you're enjoying the Northeast winter again, because boy, is that awful.
I can't believe I woke up this morning and left my house and it was 31 degrees.
Yeah.
That should be illegal.
That
should be illegal.
Yesterday with high 30s and rain is about as bad as it gets. That's kind of the consensus. Like at that point, just give us snow.
Right. Yes.
So I'm glad you get to enjoy that. Instead of beautiful Anaheim, California, we don't get enough Halos chat. And when we do, it's normally a punchline that has made you a little defensive, understandably.
Thank you for understanding.
Our Halos are, and the amount of times that Yankee fans have asked about Zach Neto in this office, I will send a personal apology.
Can I get that handwritten?
No, because it may have gotten mentioned on Talkin Yanks yesterday.
And that wouldn't be the first time it's got mentioned on Talkin Yanks this offseason. So,
Swilly, let's do a little Halos, and then we'll do a little outside of Halos.
Okay.
Your team is making some moves. The Taylor Ward trade for Gray Rod, which sent everyone into a little bit of a tizzy just because years, talent, name threw everyone off. And then Alek Manoah signs last night. Where are you at with your Halos and the current moves?
Okay, so the Taylor Ward trade, at first I was a little skeptical, but I like the idea of having a guy like Grayson Rodriguez with so much control. Sure. I think that's really exciting. Apparently his arm is all cleaned out. That's what he said. And now that we have Mike Maddox as our pitching coach, which is something I have to keep in mind with some of these things, like we actually have somebody that is capable to work with some of our pitchers now. That particular move I'm pretty excited about. I've come around to the idea that he might have some sort of innings limit and, he might not be, tossing a bunch of innings right away or even ever, but that's talent. He has proven that he can twirl it a little bit. So we'll see. Obviously, the health is the big factor when it comes to Gray Rod. But, I mean, that's a name. Former first-round pick. Lots of control. And, I am sad to see Taylor Ward go. I'm very excited to see how he does in the AL East. I hope he does well. He's awesome. He's a great guy. Orioles fans are going to really love him. He just kind of puts his head down and goes to work. So,
yeah. And when that trade happened, value-wise or mentally value-wise, if you just zoom out as a baseball fan, you're like, Gray Rod. Like, okay, for 1 year of Taylor Ward and already a crowded outfield.
Yes,
that's
exactly right.
Yes, if it wasn't the Angels, and again, I know we're tastefully talking about them.
Right.
That trade, I've said this a couple times now, if it was Houston, if it was the Dodgers, you'd be like, oh, shoot.
Without
they
a
got
doubt.
Gray Rod? So excited for that for you. And I mean, Manoah, 1 year, $1.3 million or whatever it is.
1.95.
Okay. Not bad. I would take that extra $600K.
Yeah.
It's one, baseball moves fast. That you see Gray Rod and Alek Manoah currently in the Halos rotation. And at that price for a starting pitcher, if you get anything, if you get a month worth of starts, and I don't know, I still believe in sports. I believe in competitors that obviously Manoah isn't, you get paid on your arm talent and the numbers, and he doesn't currently have those the way he used to for a little bit.
Nope.
But for that risk, which is none, I don't know. Why not?
I guess.
You don't have the same feeling.
I don't, because these are the types of moves that the Angels have been making for years, and they just don't really pan out.
Right.
So,
that's fair.
Maybe if the Mets took a flyer or if the Brewers took a flyer, a team that can actually, take a pitcher and help develop them into something bigger or what they were, then I think it makes more sense. But you can't look at the Angels' history and say, oh, they actually have a shot of maybe turning this guy's career around. It's just not really what happens.
We haven't seen that.
Yeah, and again, I think if you, like you said earlier, if you take this move and you put it on a different team, then maybe it's okay, maybe he gives you a 4 ERA and he, starts 25 games. But he does have an injury history too.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like the same old song and dance. Like I'd rather go get like a actual low risk, high reward guy. Like, I don't know.
Right.
These are just the moves we always make. And it's just, I'm just kind of over it. Like we do this all the time and it hardly ever works out. So.
Yeah. I guess what are you hoping to see from the rest of the Angels offseason? Because I think another starting pitcher will be brought in. Someone that you can rely on for the innings.
Right.
And I guess in the lineup or free agency or trade-wise, I guess what's looming now that Rendon seems to be...
Right.
Congrats on the next steps.
Yes.
That's what we'll say for now.
Yes.
I guess what are you looking for?
Well, like you said, definitely starting pitching. I mean, it's always going to be starting pitching.
Yeah.
It's always going to be starting pitching. So, you know, in like a perfect world, obviously I would love to get one of these guys that's at the top of the starting pitching list. So like a Zach Gallen, Michael King would be insane. But it's just like it's just not probable, I don't think, for the Angels.
Is that any? I'm not deep
I don't
in Angels.
think so. Okay. I do know that the Angels are pretty interested in Kazuma Okamoto, though. And so that's like the third baseman potential replacement. I think it's fun. Obviously, he's a little bit older. A little bit older. He's going into his 30-year-old season, I think.
That's not that old.
It's not. I mean, hey, we're in the same boat. We know.
My boat's a little further down the street.
A little bit, but not by too much.
My boat's a little further down the street.
Not by too much.
Because if I look at the lineup, if you saw a third baseman and that was it for the lineup, you can roll that out there.
I mean, I think so too. And the offense wasn't necessarily too much of the problem last year. We struck out a ton, but we had the fourth most home runs in Major League Baseball. Obviously, you get a little bit of that thump lost with Taylor Ward gone, but I would like to think that we're not done on offense yet this offseason, so hopefully you go get somebody else. If you plug in a guy like Okamoto, who is, an average guy, has a little bit of pop, I think it balances out the lineup really well. So I don't know. It's so tough because I know what free agents could plug into this lineup and actually make it semi-competitive. But who wants to sign with us in free agency? Like, there are some things that make it admirable. Oh, you're playing in Southern California. Like, so many people have said that they'd love to be teammates with a guy like Mike Trout. Like, there's things like that, but like, there isn't as much to be excited about with the Angels as there are with other teams.
Yeah.
So it makes it kind of tough. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I was gonna do some Zach Neto BS, and I'm not gonna do that
please.
to you right now.
I would love to talk about Zach Neto.
No, it's not the talk you wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It had Will Warren in your rotation.
No,
he's very talented.
Leave my shortstop alone.
I will. He's
leave
very
my
good.
Shortstop alone. He's very good at baseball.
And I know the Angels cycle than me, but better than me. But I look at the bullpen right now. I'm like, okay, Bobby Stevenson, Brock Burke, Zephyr John. Let's
give me a lefty though. That's the thing.
Let's
like we have with the free agents and stuff, we have Brock Burke as our lefty, and that's it.
I'll tell you what. Again, coming from Yankee land where we scout out, the amount of lefties is shocking. Yeah, it really is. Right. It really is. It's
a little shocking.
I was looking at the Yankees lineup and I was like, oh, if they run into the right lefty reliever, and it's like, okay, Chapman, Hader. Yeah. And then every year you have one or two guys pop up and it's like, oh, they're having a great year. But you're like,
I agree. And I mean, like you said, Brock Burke was a guy for us last year that was like pretty good. Yeah. Like he was kind of a dog.
Like if you do best lefty relievers from last season, Brock Burke lands
sneaky on that list.
Like you may have a top 10 lefty reliever already in your bullpen.
That's right. But I only have one.
Right.
I only have one, which is why I think another like probable guy I think a guy like Hobie Milner is like Perry's dream. Funky arm slot, soft thrower, lefty, which we need. Like I think he's going into his 35-year-old season. I don't know. I think that just has Perry's name written all over it.
Hobie Milner.
I don't know.
Up the river with me. Let me do a couple quick hitters with you Swillers as we get some other people in here.
Yeah.
I guess this might be a two-part. What's the one team in your division you're scared will make the biggest splashes this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think the team that is the most capable, really in all of baseball right now, is Seattle. Like Seattle is actually so horrifying, and they have 7 top 100 prospects according to Baseball America, which is tied for the most in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Like if they really wanted
They're brewing.
Yeah.
Coffee joke.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I like that. Yeah, they could really just like do some damage, and they already have a team. I mean, they just went to the ALCS. Like they're brewing. If you wanted to take it from a different angle, I mean, I think that Houston could probably just plug in a couple guys, and they are pretty much back to where they were a couple of years ago, but they don't have the farm system anymore. Yeah. So now we have Seattle and Houston in the AL West. That could be really good. So, like, that's kind of scary, too. But I think Seattle, the world is their oyster. Like, they could do whatever they want.
Very interesting offseason.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. Okay, one move you want your team to make, not Hobie Milner.
No. I mean, I'm not saying I want Hobie Milner. I'm just saying.
Fit.
Well, yes. Again, I think that would be Perry's guy. I mean, I think I'll stick with Okamoto. Okay. I think that, again, obviously with the Rendon news, we have a hole at third base. We also, could plug him in at second. He's played second base before. So I think having a guy like him, an average guy that has a little bit of pop, really balances out a lineup that just hits a lot of bombs. So I would love to see it. And the numbers that I'm seeing, like around 4 years, 60 mil, like I think that's worth taking a flyer on. So
I think the final two, give me one guy who will be traded. This doesn't have to be Halos. This is just around the league. Anything. One person who you'll be traded and where, if you want, bonus points.
Okay.
And give me one free agent to one team.
Okay. When you say one free agent to one team, am I like picking the guy that I'm confident is going to go to a certain team, or like anything? I mean, I think Kyle Tucker's a Dodger. I think that's like kind of the easy one though. Like,
I don't know if it is though. Like I was there, and now I've talked myself out of it.
Really?
Again, I just don't have the Kyle Tucker team. And then it's funny because I read articles and people are saying that the Yankees are the Kyle Tucker team. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting.
That is pretty
normally
interesting.
Yankee BS is if there's a top free agent that they want at a position they need, Yankee fans are the loudest about it.
That's right.
Yankee fans aren't the loudest about it because there's the belly wrinkle in there.
Right. Yeah.
That I don't have the Kyle Tucker team. And maybe it is the Dodgers, and I'll come back and I'll bop my head, and this is what they do now. Because it's them, Toronto, the Yankees, the Mets, that like the teams are starting to form.
Yeah.
That's a fine pick. And it could be very right.
I mean, I don't know. I've stopped kind of trying to talk myself out of the Dodgers just getting whoever they want. And so I feel like Kyle Tucker that's the obvious one. Yeah. I also have tried to convince myself that there's just no way he goes back to Houston.
Yeah. He won't.
Yeah.
They don't do long contracts.
Well,
they don't.
That's true. I would cry because Kyle Tucker like actually destroys us. He has played us in 80 plus games and he has a 1 dot against us. Like he's so horrifying. If I wanted to go a little out of left field, I've been seeing a few things online where I think who was talking about it? I think Jerry was talking about it when he was on the podcast. Belly to the Mets?
Okay. Yeah, I mean
another Yankee going to the Mets would be very interesting. Just add to that kind of discussion a little bit. Yankees versus Mets. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of interesting. And now that Nimmo's gone, they have a little bit of pull, so
the Belly Tucker kind of 4 teams I think are laid out there, and it's who's gonna do what, and then who's gonna audible, and who's gonna make that Joe Adele phone call. 2 years left? Is it happening? Oh.
Next question.
Didn't like that.
Nope. If we trade Joe Adele, I actually might become like just a baseball fan.
Ooh.
I
Mark that down.
I might just become a baseball
Mark that
fan.
down. East Coast time. Get to bed a little earlier.
That's true. That sounds nice. That sounds really
It
nice.
sure does.
No, I actually might consider it because, like, I just, I can't get
Sweet
into that
Prince of
discussion.
Anaheim. We don't have to.
I can't.
Swilly, thank you so much. Everyone
Thank
go
you.
follow Swilly. And we will see you. We'll see you soon this offseason.
Yeah?
Halo's in the mix.
That's really nice of you to say. It's really nice of you to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Swilly.
Of course.
Today's episode is sponsored by Indeed. Hiring isn't just about finding someone willing to take the job. You need the right person with the right background to help your business. And if you're looking for the candidates, Indeed sponsored jobs have them. Stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, they help you stand out and hire quality candidates who can drive the results you need for your business. Spend more time interviewing actual candidates to see if they check your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. This is what we're looking for with Indeed sponsored jobs. And our listeners get a $75 sponsored job credit to help your job get the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/talkin. So go over to Indeed.com/talkin right now. Support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/talkin. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring, do it the right way with Indeed. We have the pleasure of being joined by the artist known as Joez McFly. Joseph, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
That's not your voice.
That is my voice.
That's not
You
your
guys
voice.
This is definitely my voice, man. I hope you guys are doing great, enjoying this holiday season.
You want to, I mean, first, should we just say you're pretty bummed about Devin going to the Mets?
Absolutely not. The man cost us the division. The man, I'm good off him, man. I'm good off of Devin Willaims, so I'm fine.
And you're happy for the Mets?
Hey, it's none of my business. I'll say that. There's a lot of things that's my business. That is none of my business.
What are you looking for from your Yankees this offseason in a tight fashion? Because I know you and I could talk about that for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, me and Nick Totoro.
Yes. What do you need? What do you need, Joseph?
I would like a starter.
Okay.
I need obviously actually, you know what? I would like an outfielder. Need a first baseman, kind of. And I would like a shortstop. Will I get one? Nah.
No,
you know that's
sure
not
won't.
happening.
We got our guys.
I heard Jolly talking about like, oh, you could go get Kim, and in theory, that would be a cool idea.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. I would love the Yankees to get Okamoto because of the type of player, hitter profile that he is.
Second Okamoto mention.
But I don't see that happening. But again, nobody's kind of talking about him right now yet.
I could have this totally wrong. Because are we still doing the thing with Japanese players where they're posted in like that 30-day window?
I thought it was 45.
Kooky? It might be 45.
It's 45, right?
Joe's
okay.
Those points at carry. So again, the window time matters there, but Okamoto is definitely going to have like a week and a half where he's the hottest name.
Yeah.
It's a 45-day window, open from November 21st to January 4th.
Okay.
Nice.
So I have Christmas week as Okamoto week. Like I think everyone else does their shopping. Christmas happens, and now it's this guy's got a contact bat. He can play third, first in the corners.
Let's play him. I like him. I do. I think it'll make the Yankees really versatile. And Brian Cashman did speak about, let's get the bottom of the order a little different hitter profiles. That would be cool to get that, but I don't know how much I don't know what his cost is, and the Yankees are worried about that.
Can I ask you a question?
You can, and you did right now.
What team are you most worried about in the AL East?
I mean,
does Toronto get the nod? They're signing guys. They just went to the World Series.
Yeah. And you know what? A lot of people will kind of overlook the pitcher that they just signed, but that guy's a pretty good pitcher. Pitched pretty well in the KBO.
Cody Ponce?
Yeah, looked pretty good. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. So, they made some signings. They fortified their rotation, and let's see what they do. I don't want them to get in my. But that's Is Bo coming back? I don't think so, right?
It feels like Bo or Tucker was signing with Toronto.
I want none.
I know you do. And I mean, I do as well. But dude, Toronto might be here.
No, they're there.
And I think this is, well, I guess here's where I'm trying to get to in a long way, is that maybe the next era of baseball is just like power owners. Like Toronto for years has been like, we have the deep pockets. The Dodgers are clearly there. Cohen, like I just got signed off a casino's going across from the stadium. Watch out for that.
Yeah, Nas.
Midlife crisis, Jolly Olive. Little craps before and after the game.
It's a lot of gambling that happens in Flushing, boy.
And he heads to the casino. I guess we should also, okay, so Blue Jays deserve all the credit.
Yes.
Red Sox are here, and they're going to make more moves, and I think by the end of the offseason, we're going to be like, damn, those guys,
that's Sonny
those guys
Gray
are good.
stuff. I mean, Sonny,
What?
I mean, come on. Wow.
What do you mean?
I get it. You signed with the team. Let me talk crap about their rival. I get it. It's just it's good.
I like it.
Pandering.
I like it. And I like it for Sonny, and I also like it for Talkin Yanks posting all the clips of Sonny being like, I love New York.
Get rocked. Wait. Hey, listen. Actually, don't get rock pop.
He gets
shit.
He gets rocked at the stadium.
Oh yeah,
there's going to be some noises.
Didn't he mention in that same interview that he would like it? He would have loved the opportunity to get another.
Yes.
Like to get another opportunity. Now he doesn't like it. Nice try.
I guess. Hey, while we're here, the other team in the AL East that was supposed to. Where are you at with the Orioles? Like they're going to bounce back, right?
They went a weird strategy last year. Free agency said, let's go no pitching. Let's see how that works. All right. They might learn from that.
They had a lot of injuries.
They had injuries too.
When Trevor Rogers came back, he was like pitched better than anyone literally ever. Yeah. Some of those stats were insane.
So I think that they'll probably attack the offseason a little bit different. I thought that their owner wanted to spend, and I heard that their GM told them, like, nah, you're not spending. He's like, okay, I guess I'll listen to you. And I'm like,
if you're a GM,
you're the owner.
And you get the sign-off to spend, you got to spend that.
What's happening there? So that I could see them doing that. I am afraid of, not afraid, but there's one player I don't want to see in the AL East.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to see Joe Ryan get traded to the Red Sox. I don't want to see Joe Ryan in the AL East unless it's with the Yankees.
You like Joe Ryan?
I like Joe Ryan. He's a nice guy. He's a really good pitcher. We met him a couple of times. Yeah. Always makes the time to talk to us, recognize us.
He's like a nice guy.
Yes. I don't want that conversation to then turn into, hey, man, take it easy on my Yanks. I hate that conversation.
Right.
Like the one I had with Crochet last year.
And he didn't.
He didn't. He didn't take it easy on the Yanks.
He's the second biggest player I've seen. It's him. It's Judge than him.
His beard was kind of like low-key perfect for a guy that doesn't have any hair up top.
He's dialed, man. I think he just had the first kid, if that's true.
Hey, good
Congrats,
for him.
Garrett.
Good for him.
And yeah, another guy that was just like very nice to us. And you're like, wait, dude, you might be the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah. Joe Ryan goes to the Red Sox.
You're on the Red Sox?
I'll have a very bad day.
Okay, I like
that.
And
I hope this doesn't get clipped up and put up because, that hopefully that won't happen.
Right, because we wouldn't clip this now.
No.
But if it happened.
No.
Then it's clipped
it's
out.
Forgotten about.
Then here's crying Joseph Solana.
Nobody's clipping about it.
Everyone's clipping. That's the internet now.
No.
Can you give me one free agent signing prediction?
Yes. Okay. I got a good one.
Okay.
I think mine goes to the Padres.
Really?
No. I lied. It goes to the Padres. You got too happy, and I wanted to take that away from a second. But yeah, I think he goes to the Padres. I was looking at their rotation, and they need help at the end of it, so I could kind of see that. Would I want him as a Yankee? Yes, I do. I would like him a lot. 27 years old. I feel like he's got some good upside. So
You'd like the highlights. He pitches with energy.
I like that, and I
You
like
that. You're an energy guy.
I like that he dyed his hair.
Yeah.
Right? So then there's some persona there to it. It's not like this cookie cutter, cut and dry, play by the rules kind of player. He's trying to like, I'm molding my own way kind of thing. That's why I like him. So it'd be cool.
One player who gets traded this offseason. And maybe where?
A player that gets traded. Let's go with
Oh, I've stumped you.
No. I think Sandy will get traded.
Okay.
I think it makes sense. I think he'll get traded to tune into the few for
No,
okay.
It's not this kind of show.
I think he'll get traded to I think he'll end up getting traded to the Yankees. I think the Yankees will do that move.
Very bold of you in your Yankee hat and your Yankee hoodie you're wearing.
I think he'll get traded to the Yankees.
He probably gets traded, right?
I'm very impartial.
I guess they could.
Right? You don't know what kind of hat this is.
I don't. And yeah, the hoodie. What about the sleeve that's showing?
You don't know what kind of hat.
Now you're very impartial. Joez, that's kind of. Oh, I guess there's one last thing. You wanted to comment on Hideki Matsui's old porn collection?
Yeah, has a like he doesn't shy away from it. It's a fantastic collection of adult entertainment, and he is an adult, and he's being entertained by his, I don't know what's in there.
Right.
What categories is Hideki Matsui clicking on is the question.
I don't know. I think all of them.
BB.
What?
Tune in a few so you can be able to find out.
To Blitzball Battle 7.
Yes,
BB7,
yes, what I
live
said.
now on Warehouse Games. Joseph Solano, at Joe's McFly. If you're not following him, what are you doing?
Wait. You don't think that the Yankees are going to make significant signings?
When did I say that?
It feels that way.
I think the Yankees are making. I think they're the Tucker team now. I've convinced myself.
You don't think they're going to Cody Bellinger for sure?
I don't know. I think here's what I think the Yankees are going to do. I think they're going to pay for hitting, and I think they're going to trade for pitching. I think they're going to trade for a Joe Ryan or Edward Cabrera to save money there, because those guys are making like $8 million for a starting pitcher.
Ryan. How are we talking? And that's how you start an episode.
Thanks, Joseph. We're going to put this at the very end. Thank you.
Oh, what?
Hey, some of you might know. If you don't, our JM /line, the new way to shop for your favorite gear from Jomboy Media. It's the same JM merch team, same awesome designs, just a better website, better experience, and a cooler name if we're being for reals. /line is all about showing off your favorite team, player, or moment loudly and proudly. Click the link in the description to shop now. We are joined by Shelfy, Dan Robinson. How are you, Shelf?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel great.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
How are you
good.
feeling?
I'm good. I'm getting excited for winter meetings. I think it's going to be juicy.
Yeah.
Orlando, not necessarily. I think we're just going to be trapped in a hotel that it's going to be one of those you walk out in 3 days and you're like, I could have been anywhere in the world. But I was just in a hotel room.
Yep. Happens fast.
The Phillies.
Yep. The Phillies.
A big offseason, and I feel like we've said this a couple Phillies off seasons, but this one, the guys who are available to the world, Real Muto, Schwarbs, it feels like there's a shuffle coming. I guess, where are you at with all of it?
I heard you mention it about a week ago that I do believe Nick Castellanos is going to be moved. Yeah. That's the guy who I think is going to get dealt. I think it's important that they bring these guys back, though. I think the only two teams that could push for Schwarber and take him away from us will be Boston and Cincinnati. Real Muto, there was just a report that came out for him recently that he's interested in the short-term deal to stay on the good team. I think that's good for us. Last year, you wanted to see Rafael Marchand come up and show you a little something so that if Real Muto walks, that's okay. He didn't. So I think Real Muto on a 1 or 2 year deal is actually extremely important for this team, especially for the pitching staff, which has been one of the best in the league the last few years. But yeah, this offseason's a little bit different than the last few. I still think the Phillies have the same problem that they've had the last few offseasons where they need power from the right side. It would be nice if it was an outfielder because then it would fit, and there just isn't any. Teo was never leaving the Dodgers last year. I don't know who on the market fits that bill. So I think they got to prioritize bringing back the productive players that are currently UFAs.
Yeah. Taylor Ward got traded. That would have been a guy, but that's gone.
And the Phillies were rumored and linked to him before. The Phillies have a lot of history with trading with the Angels, too. I still don't think a Joe Adell is off the table.
Just don't mention that to Swilly. I beg of you. I beg of you. What's going on? Is this the year that happens, or do we just do the whole dance again?
We probably are going to do the whole dance again. That could come down to Bregman, because if they move Bohm, I think Bregman is a free agent the Phillies would look at, but you have to do the Bohm move first if that were the case. Bohm's a weird one because he's a good player.
Yes.
He's a productive player. But like I just said, this team needs right-handed pop.
Right.
And he's playing a position where you can find it. And he's not providing it. There's only 1 year left of arbitration. You look at the stats, especially the runs batted in, how he hits with runners in scoring position. Someone's going to pay him a little bit of money next year. I don't know if the Phillies are that team. So if you're going to make a decision on him, it has to be this winter.
He also, for me, I call it my Eddie Rosario rule that, like, his stats won't blow you away, but he's always, like, in the middle of the lineup. Like, it's never Alec Bohm hit 8th this year and he racked up stats. Like, if you're planning against the Phillies, Alec Bohm has been...
He's been in the 4-5 hole.
Right.
Granted, though, I will say, I think there's been a Rhys Hoskins-size hole in the lineup for a few years now, and maybe there's even been a little bit of pressure on him to fill that power gap.
He's a free agent.
He is a free agent.
Interesting. If there's a Schwarber audible for 1 year of Rhys to try to figure it out,
That's
interesting.
A try-me-out deal would be great. Eagles are about to bring Slade back. Just the whole city. Let's just start doing the repeats.
Go Birds is what I've heard you saying. What is the Schwarber? Okay, Schwarber first audible feels like Bregman, correct?
Yep.
If it's not Schwarber or Bregman, is there a?
That is where I think we are going to see a shift in this team in spring training.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anyone else out there that fits the team. You got to bring Bader back. You have to bring Bader back at that point.
Okay.
And then I want to see these kids play.
Yeah.
I've been told for the last 5 years that Dave Dombrowski is going to deplete this prospect pool and go all in every year. Justin Crawford is still here. Aiden Miller is still here. Andrew Painter is still here. They were all in AAA last year. I need to see if these guys can play now.
Right.
It's about time.
We made it to this
team.
point.
We need it now. And this team, admittedly, hasn't had that much production from their ARB and pre-ARB players. That's where they've really been lacking, especially on the offensive side. Stott's been great defensively. If it wasn't for Nico Horner, he'd have some gold gloves on his shelf.
Yeah.
Hasn't really progressed offensively, though. Brandon Marsh has been wishy-washy. Bohm's been good at times, but he's not providing the pop you need. This team needs one of these young guys to come up and fit in with the veterans and be a productive piece of the lineup. That's what I want to see this offseason, especially in spring training.
Who's the team in the NL East that you're the most worried about?
Always the Mets. Ever
Really?
since Uncle Steve.
Okay, ever since
Uncle Steve. I gotta respect Uncle Steve. They put their own tax bracket in for this man.
Yeah.
All right. You never know what he's gonna do. There's never a free agent that they can't at least give a phone call to.
Yeah.
So it's the Mets just strictly on. They can go all in on anyone at any
I saw them give a guy $800 million to play baseball.
Yeah, and then they're
one of them,
and they're already signing guys this offseason.
Yeah.
Just throw $50 million at Devin Willaims. Let's start making moves. They concern me. They concern me a little bit more than the Braves, who I think do a better job of contracting their players and filling out the whole rosters. The Mets are kind of just like go for it right now, but that does scare me the most.
Deep pockets that we don't.
Extremely.
It feels like we haven't seen their oh shit move.
Yeah.
And this could be the offseason. Like, they got Soto. Like, if they don't bring back Pete, like, then what has your team done? I don't know. You're probably right. Although the Braves, I feel like they have to do a move. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
Is it Bichette? Is it Framber? Is it a trade? again, this is dark Yankee stuff, people. I've been wondering, like, would they move on from Ronald? Like, there's just been some weird stuff there over the past couple years. Like, could that be their organizational shake? But if they do that, they still have to bring in a ton of stuff. That's Ronald Acuna on a great contract. The Braves are going to do something. I didn't know if they still had the fear factor, but Uncle Steve
gives me the fear factor. I don't think it's any one player. And I will say the one thing I want to happen the most this offseason outside of my Phils is Pete Alonso going somewhere else. Get him out of here.
That would be
He's
nice.
played 100 games against the Phillies. He's got 18 homers, 62 RBIs, and they're always big hits. I'm sick of it. I want the polar bear on a team I can enjoy him for once. That's what I want.
And in your guys' stadium, Pete is fly ball Pete. That's
Oh, look,
okay.
Another right-handed power hitter on the market that doesn't fit the Phillies defensively.
Can Bryce go back to outfield? Is that in play or no?
He said that he would if it fit.
But at this point, yeah.
And he's also he's a legitimately good defensive first baseman too.
Yes.
It's not like we're just hiding him there. He's
Just
good.
like, roll that. Okay. Give me one player signing this offseason. Any team, not Phillies.
Kyle Tucker going to the Toronto Blue Jays.
Okay.
I love Kyle Tucker in Toronto. I'm kind of maybe banking on he's not going to want to go to the Dodgers a little bit. But I think that would be a great fit. They're probably losing Bo Bichette. They're coming off a World Series appearance. You want to keep that lineup elite, left-handed bat that's going to go right around Vladdy.
Yeah.
That would fire me up.
People have now heard this a couple times. I'm just in the spin cycle on it. At first, I was Dodgers because it's just like that's what they do. That's the team, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, shoot, Blue Jays. Kind of everything you just said and building off the World Series and that they could have the top offer easily. And then I read a bunch of stuff online that was like the Yankees, and I was like, wait, I
kind of like that.
Should I know? Should I want Tucker? I don't know. It's kind of, is it weird that the top free agent doesn't have like the two teams? Or maybe it is. Maybe it's just Toronto and LA or the Yankees. These are the teams you want.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, sidebar. I think this is part of why the last handful of free agencies have been going so long. Why are there 20 teams not calling this guy?
Yeah.
There should be so many teams calling this guy.
That's a whole nother deal. Give me one player who gets traded.
Gets traded?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you a big one. Ketel Marte to the Boston Red Sox. Ketel Marte to the Boston Red Sox. I don't know how that would work because, he's owed $90 million. I think there's a player option on there too, which bumps it up over 100. But it's a good number for who he is, which means he's not, usually when you get these post-arbitration contracts get traded, you don't get a whole lot back because you're moving the money. That's a good contract. So you're probably going to have to add something in there of value, and it's not just a here's one prospect, we'll take your money. I don't know what the Red Sox can do, but I think that is the best fit. And the rumors are swirling that the Diamondbacks are thinking about it. So
they very much have the prospect capital. Yeah, I guess I've been telling myself Ketel Marte isn't available just because they kind of just gave him that extension. Yep. And he's been in, I was going to say Arizona for life. I don't forget the first 2 Seattle years. I did. I just saw it on his page. But I don't know. Arizona operates a little differently, that it's like, I know there was some weird stuff going on. And again, I don't know how weird it got. And we know Dalton Feely gives us whispers that you never know where they're coming from.
Yep.
But weird. Ketel Marte should probably just run out 4 years with Arizona, be a legend there. And they went to the World Series. That division's ugly. And maybe I'm just talking myself out of Boston because he's really good.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't like that one, Shelfy.
Sorry.
It's okay. I appreciate it. What do you got coming up this offseason? What should people be looking for?
One of these big names have got to go early. I'd like to see Tucker or Schwarber go first so that we can just get the ball rolling. The Schwarber thing has my most interest, though, because Cincinnati is all in. They're giving him keys to the city, honoring him before games last year, midseason. The Reds have never given out more than $63 million in free agency. Mike Moustakas at $63 million is the most money they've given out. Schwarber's agent, while he's not Scott Boras, Casey Close, he's done Kershaw, he's done Greinke, he did Jeter, he did Tanaka. He gets those big money.
Roger Clemens, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I think he's going to get paid. I just think it's going to come down to whether or not the Reds are willing to go there. Once that domino falls, I think the whole offseason is going to get rolling.
Schwarbs. Shelf, I feel like we're going to be checking in with you at some point pretty soon because your Phillies are going to make significant moves. It's just where, how, and what will they use those prospects. Everyone follow Shelfy. Forgotten Rotten. Watch out. Thank you, Shelfy.
Thank you.
DraftKings, one touchdown can change everything for your team or maybe your DraftKings sportsbook account, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Missouri, raise up and listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me state. And the best part, new customers bet just $5. If your bet wins, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code JMBaseball. That's code JMBaseball. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. We have the pleasure of being joined by my godson, Jimmy Knorp.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm better now. It's good to be back with my godfather, as always. Excited to talk some
Have
ball.
you talked baseball?
I think this is my first time on Talking Baseball.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't know this until our JM Baseball videos. You're a ball knower.
Sure. I like to think
You're in the game.
I'd like to think I know a little.
You're
bit
not
of ball.
just some Tigers street trash.
No.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
I am. But no, you're a ball guy.
For
You're
sure.
Talking baseball. For those that haven't seen you, our warehouse games, warehouse challenges.
Go subscribe.
And big Tigers fan. How are we doing with the Motor City Kitties?
It's a lot. You know, there was a rough stretch of like 10 years there where we haven't made the playoffs, and I was like 12 years old the last time we made the playoffs before the last couple of years. So, like,
God.
I've said it's been an emotional roller coaster with the Tigers being in the playoffs, and I've loved every second. But this offseason's been scary for a lot of reasons, and I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, where are we going? Is this Bregman Part 2? Is this this school watch?
Scary, yeah.
Where are you at with that? Are you mentally just like it's going to happen, prepared for the worst, or is it? I don't know.
I think at first I was prepared for the worst. Like, I really thought he was gone, but over the last couple of weeks, there's been some news that's come out where, like, I think he might stick around. I'll tell you what, I've told everybody this around the office, like, the winter meetings scare me. I think if he gets dealt, it'll be at the winter meetings. I think if he survives the winter meetings, he's a Tiger on opening day in 2026.
I like that mentality for you.
But, like, the winter meetings are going to be scary because, you know, you're going to check in your phone and
Right.
checking all the updates, and everything's going to be, oh, this team's interested in Scooble, and what's it going to take to get him? So it'll be a lot, but we'll see.
Ooh. Here's what I'll tell you. And again, my hit rate on this is 50%.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Some say
And that was a
half.
lie. I just made it up.
Okay.
I don't see the Scooble trade. And I think I've told you this, or I've said this on here, that like the value you guys need to get back for the current Detroit Tigers, who are the favorites in the Central.
With this roster right now, I would agree.
And the value proposition that other teams put on 1 year of Scooble, even though that's a very impressive year, I don't see it. I don't see how you can get a trade done that Detroit could possibly go back to their fan base and say, we did this, and have the other team saying, we gave up XYZ assets for 1 year of Scooble when we live in this baseball world of nothing's promised, anything can happen. I don't see it.
Yeah, me neither. And I've said this a lot too, like on my own Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But
Follow.
yeah, follow. You trade Tarek Scooble. I just think that's such a punch to like your fan base's face.
The
like,
whole org.
like I said, we had that longest playoff drought. We were tied with the Angels till we made the playoffs, and now the fact that we're competitive again with arguably the best pitcher in baseball, to trade him away right now would really kill this fan base, I feel like. And not only that, but like you do have to, if you're gonna trade him, you better hit, because so much value out of Tarek Scooble. And like the last big name pitcher that the Tigers traded, Justin Verlander. And
Right.
we got to watch him go win World Series with the Astros. And you know who we got back in that trade? Daz Cameron, short stint with the Tigers. Franklin Perez, never even played for the Tigers. And Jake Rogers, who Tigers fans love.
Hey!
We love Jake Rogers.
Hey!
Mustache, what's up? But like, that's your backup catcher now. So you missed on Verlander. If you trade Scooble, you better hit.
I didn't know Jake Rogers was in that trade.
Oh, yeah.
You guys also sent Juan Ramirez over.
Yeah, thank you.
People don't talk about that.
I know.
Let's see what he's
We
doing.
need to give some Juan Ramirez love.
It's not looking great. So okay, then what's the dream board? Reggie, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to say Bregman. He's the perfect fit on this team, so it makes so much sense. We kind of have a hole at third base. Like I said, that the biggest problem for the Tigers in the postseason was, one, we didn't have right-handed bats, and two, we struck out way too much with runners in scoring position. Bregman's a guy who's done it before. He's going to put the ball in play. He works good at bats. He's a right-handed hitter. I don't really know who the leader of the Tigers clubhouse is, but you get Bregman. He kind of fills that spot. Another direction I really wanted to go, and this was a little bit before Gleyber Torres accepted the qualifying offer, because I would have liked this guy to play second base, but again, right-handed bat, you need contact. Bo Bichette. I've been a big fan of Bo Bichette forever.
That was a thing.
You could slide him to third even. You could even move him to short. Javi's proven he can play center. You can move Javi to third. Javi's kind of proven he can play anywhere. So I think those are the two big things I'd like to see us do. And I was literally just talking about this with people in the office. Again, if you keep Tarek Skubal and you sign one or two great right-handed bats,
Right.
not only do I think you become the favorite in the AL Central, I think you become a legit favorite to win the American League. You have the starting pitching. The bullpen was great. Couple of right-handed bats to go along with a lineup that is kind of missing some stars, but has a lot of good, depth pieces who are good, productive players. Couple of bats, and this team is really good.
How much money is Skubal gonna get?
A lot. I mean, he's gonna set the record, right, for sure. However much he commands.
Because I was just gonna say, do you use Bichette money to get Skubal, but also that might get you halfway home,
right? Yeah,
depending where the numbers
no,
land.
It's an
and,
interesting point.
Wow. Okay. What team are you most worried about in the division?
So kind of interesting. I think the Kansas City Royals scare me a little bit more than Cleveland would. I think going into it'll be a 3-team race for sure between those 3 teams, but the Royals have done a good job building a nice core. Yeah. I always say this, they're 1 through 4 hitters: Bobby Witt, Pasquatch, Michael Garcia, Salvador Perez, who by the way is still doing it. Put up 30 homers and 100 RBIs last year. He's still a great offensive catcher. Those top 4 guys are really good, but when we're playing them, it's you get through those guys, and it's okay, we're good now. So again, kind of similar to the Tigers, if they add a couple of pieces to kind of make their lineup a little bit deeper, I could see the Royals being a very good team.
The lack of production they get out of their outfield year in, year out is nuts. Sorry, Royal Shrapnel. And Jeff Passan, maybe you've heard of him. I remember I was surprised when he was I expect the Royals to be good every year because of Bobby Witt.
Yeah, right.
Which I was baseball doesn't work like that. Not to Swilly, who unfortunately gets a ton of shrapnel in this office. They famously had Trout for years, and that's tough to bounce back from. I guess the difference here is Kansas City's pitching has kind of been respectable for years, even their down years.
Yeah. It's a really good 5-man rotation right now.
It's really strong now that I just thought it was interesting. Passan was if you have a guy who can get you 7 WAR a year, right, you basically need one other dude in the lineup, and if you can pitch a little bit, you're going to be above 500 in today's baseball. The Royals, I need to look at the lineup and be they can be top 15.
Yeah. Oh, agree. And I think they're a couple pieces away from doing that.
I know.
And it's also the frustrating part of the AL Central, because that division is so up for grabs. It just takes one team to be okay, we're going to be the team who wins this. And it's nobody wants to just take the bull by the horns and win.
Have a good 6 weeks and then don't poop your pants. Right. Pardon my French.
No problem.
I have a trade for the Royals that I daydreamed on Wake and Jake the other day. 1 year for 1 year, Bubich for Jarren Duran.
Yeah, don't hate it. They need an outfield who can hit, and Jarren Duran's can provide that, and they can get rid of Bubich, and they still have good.
Who says pitching. No? I think the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox. Sorry, Chris Bubich. Doesn't have to be your kiddies.
Okay.
Give me one free agent signing somewhere.
Interesting. Okay, you're gonna like this.
Great.
But I've been talking to Jolly about this for a long time. The Happy Grape, Jolly Olive. I think Pete Alonso stays in New York.
Okay.
But I think he goes to the Yankees.
Why is that?
I mean, it just makes a lot of sense.
You like it?
Yeah, first base, Pete Alonso's going to hit a ton of tanks in that ballpark. You put him in a lineup that's already great with guys like Judge, Stanton. Hopefully you bring Bellinger back. Pete Alonso would be a great fit in that ballpark. And obviously you talk about who's going to pay him. Not a problem for the Yankees.
Yeah, first base is really interesting. Every Ben Rice number is great.
Good.
If Ben Rice This is horribly rude to Ben Rice. If Ben Rice looked like Giancarlo Stanton, Yankees first base spot wouldn't be a discussion. You wouldn't be saying that. And that's so dumb.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to invest there. If it happens, man, you just do the whole baseball. This is before your time. Nicolas Cage Gone in 60 Seconds meme. Let's go. You say let's go. You're like, I don't think that's the fit, but screw it. Judge and Pete are going to, him and Stanton, they're going to hit 150 homers. We'll figure it out. I'm glad you brought that to the table,
right.
But I like it.
Like on paper, I like it because I feel like it's a move that you don't really think of making sense right away.
Right.
But then it's like Pete Alonso would be awesome if he was in New York. The Mets take Soto. You guys take Alonso.
Give me one player who gets traded.
Okay, I like this one a lot. I've been big on this. I'm big on the Texas Rangers in general. I would like to see them do a lot. I think that's another division that's up for the taking, and they kind of need a catcher. And there's been a lot of talk about Adley Rutschman. I would love to see Rutschman go to the Texas Rangers. Like that's another team with a great rotation. You've got a great core there. I know a couple pieces are gone. Simeon's gone. You bring in Nimmo, but the Texas Rangers are a good team and that needs a backstop. And it feels like the Orioles are kind of ready to part ways with Rutschman.
Yeah, I like it. I thought you were jumping to Sean Murphy for a second because after all that, Sean Murphy's contract is like 3 for $45, which everyone's talking about for Real Muto, and it's like, young bull, old calf. People say that about you and me a little bit when it comes to warehouse games. I get it. I guess for me, Adley, they're selling so low. Like Adley Rutschman comes out and has 2 good months, and he's back in like best catcher in baseball discussion. And some of the stats are just so bizarre that, hey, again, if you're the Orioles and you think something else, not that this could be the peak of his value, I could. Baseball's a sick sport.
Yeah.
And catchers just don't exist. Texas, what is Texas going to do? What is Baltimore going to do?
Yeah, I like what you're saying. So you're saying like you would like if the Orioles hung on to Rutschman, let him play a little bit better, and then at the dedeadline, think about moving him if you're out of the hunt. I just think the AL East, too, the Orioles are kind of out right now. The AL East is tough. Yankees, Red Sox,
I'm
Jays.
I'm just not going to put any of that voodoo into the ether because last year coming into the season, the Blue Jays were the 4th team in the AL East. And Baltimore still has, not much has changed.
True.
They need a little juice. They need a little pitching. They've already done some bullpen work. Helsley Kittredge back. That I don't know what to do with them. I'm going into next year with a little Baltimore Birds fear.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, right.
I was like the opposite last year. I had the Orioles finishing last, I think, in my predictions. I thought
look at you.
Hey, I thought the Blue Jays were pretty good too. Whoa.
Good for you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother. James.
Talking.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I think we're gonna talk some ball with you during this year.
I would love that.
Ball knowers. Jam baseball. Warehouse games. Warehouse challenges. What else do you do?
Jim wants to come on TikTok. Jimmy Knorp on Instagram. But go subscribe to Warehouse Challenges. We've been working hard on that. So a
lot of fun built for YouTube if you want to get lost for a little bit and have some fun. The you and Jack Doyle trick shot competition. That's
a good one.
As you guys say, that fed families.
We try.
And I don't like to talk like that. Jimmy Knorp, thank you so much.
Thank you, Talkin.
All right, everybody. I hope you had some fun with us that episode. Again, something that makes Jomboy Media a little different is that we have this cast of characters, and some of you have probably seen them on socials or haven't seen them here. And hey, if you're someone that's made it to this point of the episode, leave some love in the comments. I know sometimes I forget that, like this show has kind of become such a real thing that I know a couple people might have had some nerves coming on. So give some love in the comments. I would really appreciate that. And again, we're kind of on call. If there's a big signing, we'll put it together. What's that mean? Someone called me out on whenever I say something weird, I kind of do the Jim Halpert, like look at myself weird. I don't know. Go fuck yourself. Thanks for watching. Jake sucks. Yeah, breaking news. Otherwise, we'll see you at winter meetings. My goodness. Happens quick. What do we like there? Alonso to the Yanks? No.
No.
Phillies.
Scooble getting traded? Ketel Marte to the
Oh,
Red
Marte,
Sox?
yeah.